I'm Shai Rose. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today I'll be giving you 5 tips on how not to overeat when you go out to restaurants. So my first tip on how not to overeat when you go out to restaurants is to eat a snack or a salad before you go out to dinner. Especially if it's going to be a late dinner, you want to try to have something on your stomach so that when you are out ordering your food, you're not just ordering the whole menu because you're so hungry. This way you're not starving, and you know, you're less inclined to order more than what you actually should if you have something on your stomach. So my next tip on how not to overeat when you go out to restaurants is no appetizers. All it's gonna do is make you want to eat all of the appetizer, and then you're gonna feel inclined to eat all of your meal because you don't want to waste calories on top of calories, especially if it's a dinner. You don't want to go to bed with a big meal on your stomach. Even if it's lunch, honestly, you don't want to overload on calories. And I know a lot of people don't like to count calories, but it is important when you're trying to lose weight, just so that you can start having, like, in the back of your mind how many calories you're eating. You don't have to necessarily use an app, but sometimes you can just kind of like ballpark it in the back of your head how many calories you're taking in. But it's kind of harder to do that when you're eating at a restaurant, because not all restaurants list the amount of calories, the fat, the sugar, all of that. So I would say stay away from appetizers, and kind of that's why it's important to eat the salad or a snack before you go. That way you're inclined to eat less, and so then it's going to be cheaper as well, but also you're not going to take in as much calories, especially around dinner time. So my next tip is to drink a lot of water, and this doesn't necessarily go along with just if you're going out to eat, period. When you're eating, try to drink a lot of water while you're eating. This makes you feel full faster and will lower the amount of calories that you're taking in, especially if it's something that you really shouldn't be eating. And like I said, when you go out to restaurants, you really don't know how much fat, how many calories, how much sugar. So it's best to try to not eat as much, and drinking a lot of water will definitely do that. You will definitely feel full faster, and you won't overeat, hopefully. So drinking a lot of water will keep you from overeating. Also, to like piggyback on that, if you are going out to eat, try to stay away from the sodas. Well, where I am, we say pop. Try to stay away from the soda or the pop, especially liquor. Liquor is loaded with sugar, loaded with calories, and especially for like a dinner late at night, you don't want to be loading down on sugar. So you want to try to stay away from those things. If you do order a pop or a soda, try to keep that to a 1 drink minimum and just do the rest with water. But it's best to just stick with water. I personally only drink water, but I know other people like the lemonades and the alcohol and the pop. And if you're going to do that, I would say keep it to a 1 drink minimum and just stick with water after that. But either way, try to drink a lot of water. This will make you feel full faster, and that way you won't overeat when you go out to eat. So this next tip I actually heard a long time ago. I honestly don't know where I heard it from. I think it was just like a random conversation, but it was a tip that when your plate comes, ask for a to-go box right then and there. That way you can portion your food and put the food that you shouldn't eat or don't want to eat into that box. So now what you need to eat, the portion that you need to eat, is on your plate. You don't have to worry about overeating or feeling like you need to finish your plate. If you have it in your to-go boxes off to the side, you hopefully don't touch that. And so now you have a meal for the next day, or, you know, or for a lunch or whatever. But the portion that you need to eat for your portion control is on your plate, because portion control is very important when it comes to losing weight. Nutrition is the bulk, the majority of what you have to have under control to lose weight. So you want to make sure that you're eating the right portions, and the way to make sure you do that, especially when you're going out to eat, is to go ahead and separate everything, and so that you're not trying to, you know, because if you're in the middle of a conversation, you can just be eating, and next thing you know, your plate is empty. So I would say ask for the to-go box, or ask for a separate plate and portion your food off, so that you're not inclined to eat the entire plate, especially if it's a very big portion. So my last tip is to order from the light menus. A lot of restaurants now have the more healthier options on your menu, and I would say try to stick towards those. If you can't, if you're ordering something that's not the healthiest, try to pick a more healthy side. Instead of french fries, maybe you want to pick vegetables or fruit, depending on what type of restaurant you're at. So maybe some fruit, vegetables, a salad, something that can kind of like counterbalance what you're eating, especially if it's something that's like extremely unhealthy. But the best thing to do is to order from the light menu, or you can order an appetizer. I know a lot of people that eat from the appetizer menu just because they don't have that big of an appetite, so they always order from the appetizer because they don't need those big portions that they give you with the meals or the dinners. So if you can order from a light menu, do that. If they have one, definitely check it out. If you can't, try to substitute the sides for something a little bit healthier. No matter what you order, you want to try to portion it off so that you're not overeating. So that's all the tips that I have for you. And just to go over them again, the first one is to eat a snack, maybe a salad, could be some yogurt, nuts, some type of a protein bar or a granola bar, something that should be healthy, but a small snack or a salad before you even go out to eat. This stops you again from overeating or eating with your eyes or your head. You think you're so hungry that you need to get the biggest meal, and you're really not that hungry, or you're seriously really not that hungry, and you end up either eating an entire plate or getting something that's really not good for you. Drink a lot of water while you're eating. This helps you feel full faster. Ask for a to-go plate as soon as your plate comes so that you can portion your food off. And no appetizers. So no appetizers if you plan on getting a meal, but if you're not that hungry, you want to stay with a smaller portion, then order an appetizer. But still, again, there are appetizers where you have the big bulk plate that has a sample of everything. Still be careful with those, but like I said, if you're planning on eating a meal, try to stay away from the appetizers. And what else? Order from the light menu if they have one. If there's nothing on the light menu that you see that you like, then of course order whatever you like. But again, try to substitute the sides for something that's very low calorie or something that's very healthy. Vegetables, fruit, baked potato or mashed potatoes. Try to stay away from the french fries, and trust me, I'm struggling with this myself. But try to substitute it as best as you can. And take it day by day. Just if you just so happen to go and pig out, don't beat yourself up over it. Work out the next day, or if you pigged out for lunch, work out in the evening. Or just don't beat yourself up. We all fall off the wagon. We all make mistakes. We all treat ourselves, it's not a big deal. It's just that don't make it an everyday thing. So those are my tips for not overeating when you go out to restaurants. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. But you gotta